Hi, and welcome to the Unknown Secrets of SEO podcast.
Welcome back to another Fun-Filled Edition podcast number
45.
45.
We had to verify that. It's been a while. I've been out on a project in California. I'm glad to be back. Sorry our podcasts have been coming so slow, and glad you're there either watching and certainly listening to this podcast. As always, when we get started, we want to make sure that you know how to follow us. We are broadcasting this live video. Hello out there. Hello.
To Ustream TV land or
Yeah,
Internet land.
Internet land. You can find that stream where we typically broadcast at 9:15 Central Standard Time every Friday. Today it looks like we're doing it about 9:40.
10 till 10.
It's a slow day here. But we're glad you're joining us. You can go back and watch the video of this so you can actually see us live. Or not live, recorded at that point because it's no longer live. You can find it at ewebstyle.com/Ustream. That's the letter U and then stream, and that'll automatically send you to our Ustream page.
Okay.
You can also stalk us on Twitter. Go to twitter.com and then type in ewebstyle. And you can also find us on Facebook. Facebook, the easiest way to get there is to go to our site, ewebstyle.com/Facebook. That will forward you to the our Facebook business page, group page. It's not a group page. Fan. And you can become a fan of eWebstyle. And we appreciate all our fans out there. We're getting more and more feedback. We love it. We're getting more and more listenership. We love it. We're happy to be entertaining you. We've got I forget, what was the guy who complained last time about our time?
Sangvi? I don't know.
Yeah, so we're going to be mindful of not talking about too much generic stuff and really getting into the meat of SEO. You're listening, so you probably know what SEO is. We help you get your website on the first page of Google, or at least help you to help whoever you're hiring. Hopefully you're hiring us, but if you're hiring somebody else, great. The more you know about SEO, the better you're going to be able to, one, police them, and to help them. So keep listening and keep sending comments, which you can do at podcast@ewebstyle.com. And that one has a dash in it. So that's podcast@e-webstyle.com. I think if you leave the dash out, it'll still get to us.
Yeah, it'll still come.
But, put it in there because it kind of helps define E and then web style, and that's us.
That's us. And if you want to call, you can reach us at area code 713-592-6724.
We love to hear your calls. We still have a free analysis, so you can call that and give us your domain name, and one of us here at the office will help you out. It very well may be Paul, so you can actually talk to an internationally famous guy on SEO.
An expert. I'm a SEO rock star.
World-class expert. Wait, that's another podcast. Be careful.
Okay.
You are listening to
that is another podcast.
To the most popular SEO podcast on iTunes, and I have statistics to prove it. I don't even know where to go.
End of podcast. We'll see y'all next week.
Thank you. It was a great podcast. Last time we did 2009 in review. We covered kind of the major key things that you need to be focusing on. And speaking of key, we're going to be covering keywords again. Because I think, what we came up with something creative. Oh, there's 3 things you should be focused on. Oh, no. It was 4. It was content, keywords,
links,
keywords, and remember keywords.
We're going to get it from a different angle, though. So before you hit stop listening, we're going to approach it from an angle that we haven't approached before, and it is very, very important. This is a lot of people that I talk to, I notice they're going in one direction when they're selecting keywords, and I'm like, skirt, put on the brakes. Let's think about that first. And I think a lot of people are doing this. I don't want to say it's a mistake, but so this is something I think everybody really needs to listen to. Don't think, oh, they've already talked about keywords, I'm going to go back to it. This is a different spin on keywords.
Keywords are the most, where you're going to target your SEO efforts is determined by your keywords, the keywords that you select, and that process is immensely important. We've talked about a keyword selector tool that Google has available that you can go back and listen to that podcast and find out how to use that tool. It's a very important tool. Seriously, keywords are almost everything. You can have amazing SEO skills or a team working for you, that's amazing. And if they're focused on the wrong keywords, you are not going to get any ROI, return on investment. So this is going to be very valuable. We like to cover a little bit of news, and Paul,
some interesting stuff in the news. I found this yesterday, February the 4th. It's about Twitter, and if you're not on Twitter, you need to be on Twitter. We're on Twitter. I have my own Twitter. I don't really do much, but I'm getting better at it. But the CEO of Sun Microsystems resigned yesterday or 2 days ago via Twitter. And I'm thinking, okay, you have 140 characters. What can you put?
Yeah, it wasn't a long resignation letter, was it? Yeah.
When the first thought that came into my mind was, screw you guys, I'm going home. From Cartman and South Park. You can get that in 140 characters.
I'm going home.
What else is in the news? Apple came out with the iPad, which got a lot of press.
I'd love to hear your opinions, because we were talking before the podcast, and it looks amazing, and the video is unbelievably well done marketing, and for what it does, it is Apple, so it does it incredibly well, and I won't buy one.
I know. The user interface is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
That's like, I don't know, the user interface on a Segway is great.
Yeah.
I'm not buying one, right?
There you go.
Well, maybe if they were like $150, I'd go buy one. It's a little different. And I just don't need it. I don't know what it's.
I think it's very cool. I'd love to play with somebody else's.
Yeah.
Or one I had for free.
Yeah.
Which actually another point in the news. Google and this is my own personal opinion, but I think Google and Apple are going to start butting heads here. What happened recently is, Apple came out with the iPad. Google's actually going to come out with a version of it they've been working on for a while, actually. I didn't know this. And Google and Apple have some of the same board members on each other's board. So the guys from Google stepped down off of Apple's board, saying that, hey, Apple's saying, hey, you guys are getting into our core business. You came out with the phone, competing with our iPhone. Now you're coming out with this pad, You're interrupting our
off the board.
Get the hell off of my board. So I think there's going to start being some major competition going between these two companies, which makes it better for everybody else. And the last thing I saw in the news is that Yahoo is selling hot jobs. If you haven't noticed lately, Yahoo's been getting rid of some pretty big assets. GeoCities they got rid of.
They just shut down GeoCities, right?
They shut down.
Okay, hello.
Sell it, shut it down.
We got a buttload of traffic still. Let's just turn it off.
Yeah.
I would have been, give it to me.
Thank you. I was definitely taking it.
Figure something out.
So watch. I think that this is going to affect just how Yahoo is perceived in the search community. They've given away their search responsibilities to Bing. They're selling off major assets. So I don't know. Yahoo.
Well, you mentioned earlier, like a company is supposed to focus on their core competencies. What's Yahoo's core competency now?
Search.
Wait. Doesn't Bing do their search?
Bing does their search.
Wait a minute. So.
Advertising?
Portal.
Maybe
they are a world-class portal, which happened to be a
Netscape,
which happened to be a dime a dozen.
Thank you. I remember Netscape. I hope Yahoo doesn't take that route.
Path,
Are they even around anymore? Netscape?
I think they are.
Okay.
I don't know.
And there's some people out there like, what?
What?
Yeah. Netscape was the bomb back in the day.
When we started doing web design, we actually designed, and I know I've mentioned this in one other podcast, we actually designed our websites for Netscape.
Okay.
Only because that was the preeminent browser. Then we slowly had to start designing for Netscape and IE because IE started gaining in popularity. For a while there, we were only designing for IE because, again, it was the dominant browser, by a significant margin. And now we're having to transition and start, accommodating Firefox because there are subtle differences that can have a significant impact on the look and feel of not really the feel, but the look of your browser. Images can get juxtaposed and things like that. So now in our shop, we've got a design for two browsers. Thank you, Microsoft, for not conforming to the specifications of HTML.
Thank you very much. All right.
And I was reading. I was reading a list of bizarre complaints that web people have had, and one of them was like, "So we want you to do our website. we don't want you to use any of that HTML crap because our technical guys don't know how to use it.
Are you sure you want a website? You sure you want a website, right? Like,
here's your website. All you need to do is hand out this CD to people. It's totally not in HTML.
I want you to paint my house. I don't want you to use